Hello and welcome to today's session. And today's session is a core circuit. The equipment that you're going to need is just simply your mat and some water by your side. So let's warm up. Feet wide, right arm up to your ear, lift up and over into a side reach. Restack, float down, and other side. Try and keep your hips in the middle and find that sense of lengthening out of both sides of the waist. Reaching those fingertips towards the corner of the room. One more to each side. And restack. Feet underneath hips. Arms forwards up to your ears. Circle around and back down. And again, arms up, rib to hip connection and around and down. 2 more. Find that nice width across the collarbones and rest. We're going to roll down. So we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, chin towards the chest, round and roll forwards and down. Breath in at the bottom, exhale, tuck your tailbone and rebuild all the way up, head on top. And again, sequentially roll through the spine, relax the arms, eye line into your legs, and then restack all the way up. And again, try and keep your weight evenly balanced between your toes and your heels. So we're not just sending all the weight backwards. You've got 1 more to do. And rebuild all the way up, head on top. We're going to come down onto our mat. We're going to do some hip rolls. So come and sit on your mat and then lie yourself carefully down. Bring your knees and feet together and then find your heavy tailbone, heavy back of the rib cage, heavy back of the head. Arms in a low V. We're going to send legs and pelvis to the side. Keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. Then bring the legs back up to the center and over to the other side. So this is a rotational movement through that mid-back area primarily. And the fact that you glue these shoulder blades down to the floor is what is allowing you to work that rotation. And I want you to start to feel a core awareness. Granted, this isn't a heavy core exercise, but that sense of connection between your ribs and your hips so that you're not just flopping the legs over to the side like that, okay? We're here and we're engaged here, and the core is being used to bring those legs back up. Right, 1 more to each side. And then back to the center and rest. Okay, guys, we are going to stay on the floor and we're going to come into our first circuit. So our first circuit, 3 exercises. We've got dead bugs, we've got forearm plank for 30 seconds, and we've got roll backs. Okay, so we're going to start on the floor with our dead bugs. So make sure you've got some space for your legs to extend. From your neutral, pick your legs up into a double knee fold and arms are straight up towards the ceiling. Opposite arm and leg, reach away and draw back in. And then the other side. We're going for 10 on each side, so 20 in total. Now, really the key thing here is keeping that lower back down onto the mat. Okay, so really think about drawing that belly button downwards towards your spine and towards the mat. 7, 8. Now, the reason that's so important is because your long levers of your arms and legs are reaching away from you. That creates a load, yeah? And we want to make sure that that load isn't going into the back and that actually it's the front, the abdominals that are working. Good. We're nearly there. This is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Good job. Hug your knees into your chest. And then sit yourself up, turn yourself over. 30-second forearm plank. So today we're going to do it on our forearms rather than our hands. Slightly more load, slightly harder for the core. So set yourself up on your elbows, get that core engaged. When you're ready, send your right toes behind you, take your body weight and lift up into your plank. So timer is on. We've got 30 seconds here. Keep breathing. We want to make sure we're a straight line from our heels all the way running through to the back of our head. So we're not piking those hips up to the ceiling or letting them drop down towards the mat. Guys, you are doing really well. You have got 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. One knee down and then the other. Great job. Okay, guys, we're going to come back and sit on our back sides for roll backs. So knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Find your sit bones and sit up tall on top of them. Arms out in front, nice tall spine. To start with, we're going to then round the spine. We're going to tuck the tailbone, find an elongated C shape as you round the spine. Roll back off your sit bones. Keep tucking your tail between your legs. We're halfway. We're rolling forwards. Shoulders over hips. Don't restack. Roll back again. Throughout this entire exercise, your spine is never straight, okay? It is rounded the whole movement on the way down and the whole movement on the way back. We've got 8 to do here. This is 4. Good. Tuck that tailbone. 5. 6. 7. Last one. 8. And roll forwards and rest. All right, round 2, back onto your back. Okay, dead bugs. So remember, we're keeping that lower back down onto the mat, into your start position. Opposite arm and leg. Off we go. 1, 2. Rib to hip connection. Lower back down. 3, 4, 5. So if you want to make this more challenging, you could hold a couple of light dumbbells in your hand. 9, 10. We've got 10 to go. 11, 12, 13. Keep drawing that lower back down to the mat. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, and 20. Briefly hug the knees into your chest, little rock from side to side, and then bring yourself up to sitting, turn yourself over, 30-second forearm plank. Okay, so we're on our elbows, on our knees to start. Core engaged, send one leg backwards, tuck the toes under, and then send the other, and off we go. So from here, ladies, we are again keeping that nice straight line. Be careful not to drop your head. A lot of people do this and want to start looking at their feet. Think about a magnet on the back of your head being drawn up towards the ceiling. You're really nearly there, ladies. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. One knee down and then the other. Okay, turn onto your backside, roll backs. All right, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We start tall on those sit bones, but then we round the spine into our roll backs. Make sure the shoulders stay down. Roll back, tuck your tail between your legs. Roll forward, shoulders back over hips, but still rounded spine. And again, rolling back off those sit bones and then forwards. 3, watch those shoulders don't end up by your ears. It's really common. 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8, and up you come, rest. Lovely. Round 3, dead bugs onto your back. Okay, double knee fold, rib to hip connection. Lower back down into the mat. Off we go, opposite arm and leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have we got that lower back down, ladies? 11, 12, 13. Rest if you need to. 14, 15. We're nearly there. 16, 17, 18. Good. 19, last one, and 20, and hug your knees into your chest, and little gentle rock from side to side. All right, sitting up, ladies, forearm plank. Okay, so onto your elbows, core engaged, send one leg backwards, and then the other, off we go, timers on. Strong, press that floor away. Back of the head is magnetized up to the ceiling. Body is one long line. You can really feel your core having to work here. Really great exercise. Ladies, you're halfway. You've got less than 15 seconds to go now. Keep taking deep breaths. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And knees down. All right, sitting on your back side, turn around. Feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Find your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, and then find your C curve, rounding the spine. Roll back off your sit bones. Micro hold and roll forwards for 1. 2, watch your shoulders don't end up around your ears. 3, also watch that back stays rounded. 4, 5, 6, got 2 more to go. 7, 1 more, and 8, and forwards and rest. Well done, ladies. Let's take a good little bit of water. Okay, we are going to start with cat-cow. So back onto your hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, long spine. Breath in, tuck your tailbone as you exhale, and flex up into your cat. And then head and tailbone away from each other through neutral into your extended cat, eye line forwards, and again. Good. Just let the movement flow from one to the other. And then we're going to add a hinge in. So you're going to come into your cat shape. Keep the cat shape, send the hips back to the heels. When you're back over here, untuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine out, and then come forwards. And again, rounding to go back, flatten the back, and then come forwards. And then from here, we're going to come into the cat. We're going to sit back in our child's pose and rest. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone. We're going to rebuild the spine up. Come up to standing, ladies. Okay, let's do some arm circles. Feet underneath the hips, lengthen the spine up. Up you come with the arms, circle around and down. And again. 2 more. 1 more. And then we're going to roll down, breath in, exhale, chin towards the chest, round and roll forwards and down. And then tuck your tailbone, rebuild in, all the way up, head on top. And again. Relax the arms and the hands, the head and the neck. Restack. You've got 1 more to do. All the way up, head on top. And thank you ever so much for joining me. You're all done. If you've enjoyed this short circuit and want to take your training to the next level, you might like to consider upgrading to the premium tier, where you'll be able to access 3 sessions per week, 25 to 30 minutes each, lower body, upper body, and core/Pilates. I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.